Hey guys, Mike here. Today we're going to take a look at iOS 4.1. These are a bunch of updates and new features to Apple's mobile OS. And we'll run through the major ones here. The first one is the proximity sensor. This is a big one if you have an iPhone 4. And basically what the proximity sensor does is it detects whether or not the phone is up against your head. And if it is, it'll deactivate the touchscreen. Well, the problem is that touchscreen gets activated and you end up pushing buttons with your cheek. It's really annoying. You'll hang up the phone, you'll start pushing numbers. 4.1 looks to fix that pretty well. Yeah, I think you still may have some issues, but it looks like it's quite a bit better than it was before. What's actually interesting is I've noticed right above the earpiece is the sensor, and when you're now on a call, it will come up and you can actually see it turn red a little bit. So I'm guessing Apple cranked up the sensor higher to detect whether or not the phone is in use. The way I always ran into this is if I try to hold the phone kind of in my shoulder, it would trip on. It doesn't do that anymore. So it looks like it's improved quite a bit. May not be perfect or as good as we'd like to have it, but it definitely seems to be an improvement. The next big feature here is Game Center, and actually right now it's not active yet, so it'll probably be active once Apple flips the switch for it. But this is pretty cool. This is sort of like the Xbox Live, PlayStation Network for the iOS. I think this is going to be pretty big. You'll be able to sign in and basically track your friends and join games with your friends, or pick up just games with random people with similar skills. This will be pretty cool. You'll be able to really kind of take gaming to the next level, I think, on Game Center. Next here we have renting TV shows. This was announced last week. This is pretty cool. Basically, you go in, you'll double tap, and you can get some more information here on some specific shows. It's only by a couple networks, Fox and ABC, and only certain series have this. So you can see right here, we can now rent it for 99 cents in addition to buying it. A couple things to know here. There's a little disclaimer. When you buy it on the iPhone, you're going to be renting the SD version, not the HD. Probably not a big deal if you're using it on the iPhone, but just note, if you wanted to watch it over on your computer, you're going to have to rent it again. You can't transfer rentals from your mobile device to your computer. So just something to note. You can do that with purchases, but not rentals. And also inside the iTunes app is Ping. Apple announced this last week. It is their social music sharing network, similar to Facebook, but just for iTunes content. This is kind of interesting. You can look at your activity, your people, and also my profile. And you can track artists and see what your friends are into and what they're commenting on. Kind of a cool system. I'm not really quite sold on it yet, but it is pretty cool. If you have some artists and you're really into some artists, this is a cool way to kind of keep track of what they're doing. They can post pictures and videos and just updates on whatever they're working on. And probably one of the cooler features is HDR, and this is for the camera. What this will basically do is it'll take a couple pictures in quick succession, and it'll make a composite of it to basically help out with some of the light saturation. So here's just an example. We got some dark colors up here, and then right along the wall here, you can barely see it. It's just completely washed out, and a little bit of a carpet too. So this is the original photo, and then here is the fixed photo, I guess. And here you can actually see the wall, and the carpet comes out a little bit better, but it doesn't really mess with any of the blacks up here. So pretty cool function. And then right up here is the function. In order to turn it on, you just have to tap it, and now it's activated. One thing to note, if you have the flash on and you turn on HDR, it disables the flash. This does not work with a flash. Something else to note, that this is only for the iPhone 4, so you have to have an iPhone 4 to take advantage of this feature. And the next nice addition here is the ability to export to YouTube in HD. You can see when we bring this up, we have a couple options now. We can do HD or standard def. Just note you have to be on Wi-Fi in order to use the HD export. This is something that was really needed. Not too sure why it wasn't included when the iPhone 4 came out, but pretty cool addition finally to make it on. So some odds and ends here. 4.1 adds support for AVR-CP. That is a control system for Bluetooth devices. So let's say if you're playing music through a headset or something, you'll have some greater control over your music playback from the phone. That's pretty cool. Also, there's supposed to be some speed improvements for the iPhone 3G. I don't have a 3G over here to test it out, but from what I saw online, there are some pretty good speed improvements. It's probably not going to be as fast as iOS 3.2, but it should make 4.1 a little more bearable on those older devices. And one other thing here I just want to leave you with is the field test mode is now active. So when you type in this number here and make a call, it opens up field test mode, and it will tell you, what's really cool here, is the signal level that you're getting in decibels. So that's a really nice feature for people just kind of troubleshooting their antenna or maybe trying out some different cases and see what that works. No other information is in here, but just having your signal level in here is a really, really nice addition. So there you go, guys. A quick look at iOS 4.1, some of the new features and bug fixes. All right, guys, this is Mike from Insanely Great Mac. Thanks for watching.